The night air was heavy with the scent of autumn leaves and something else, something unsettling. I stood at the kitchen sink, the clink of dishes and the hum of the dishwasher, the only sounds in the house. Ryan was in the living room, laughing at something on his phone. I didn't have to ask who he was texting. It was Jason, his best friend since college, and the man I couldn't help but feel uneasy around. Jason had always been charming in that too smooth kind of way. Women fell for him without effort. I had once caught his eye lingering on me longer than a best friend's wife should allow, but I brushed it off. Ryan trusted him. That used to be enough. Until recently. It started subtly. Jason was around more dinners, more texts, harmless things, until one night I noticed the way Jason looked at me while Ryan was in the kitchen. The look was loaded, like a secret waiting to be spoken. I told Ryan. I expected him to laugh it off, maybe tease me, but his reaction stunned me. "You're imagining things," he snapped. "Jason's like family." The dismissiveness stung more than I expected. I let it go. I didn't want to be the paranoid wife. But then came the dream. I woke up breathless one night, heart pounding. In the dream, I was in our home, but it wasn't quite right. Jason was there, leaning in, whispering things I couldn't remember, but left a bitter taste in my mouth. I told Ryan, half laughing it off. He didn't laugh. Instead, his body went rigid. "That's weird," he muttered, almost to himself. "I had a dream too, about you and Jason, but you two were together." We stared at each other, both unsettled. Neither of us said it, but something had shifted. The next day, Ryan left early. No kiss goodbye. By evening, I was alone, pacing the living room with 100 scenarios running through my head. That's when the doorbell rang. Jason stood there, rein on his shoulders, holding a single cup of coffee. "I figured you might need someone to talk to," he said with a half smile. I should have shut the door. Instead, I let him in. We sat in silence for a while, the kind that pressed against your skin. Jason looked around, then at me. "You ever feel like you're living someone else's life?" he asked. "What do you mean?" He shrugged. "Like the roles are all wrong. Like you were meant for something, or someone else." His eyes held mine. Too long. I stood up. "You should go." He looked disappointed, but he didn't fight it. As he stepped out, he turned back. "Ryan's been lying to you, you know." My breath caught. "What?" He smiled, almost sadly. "Ask him about Leah." Leah. The name punched a hole through my chest. Ryan's ex. The woman he once said nearly ruined him. That night, I waited until Ryan came home. He looked exhausted, guilt etched into the lines of his face. I didn't waste time. Jason was here. He blinked, his jaw tight. What did he say? "He told me to ask you about Leah." Ryan sat down slowly, like the weight of the truth was crushing him. "She called me last week," he said. "Out of nowhere. Said she was in town, wanted to talk. I told her no. But then, I met her, just to be sure it was really over." I swallowed hard. "And was it?" He looked me in the eyes. "Yes, but I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. And because I didn't want you to think I still had feelings. I don't. And Jason?" He hesitated. I think he's trying to sabotage us." I wanted to argue, wanted to accuse Ryan of lying, but something about his pain looked real. And then he added, "Jason told me months ago he had feelings for you." I thought he was joking. I warned him to back off. That's when he changed. The world tilted under me. All those looks, the lingering comments, the dreams. It wasn't my imagination, and maybe it wasn't coincidence that Leah had suddenly reappeared either. You think he got Leah to reach out? Ryan nodded. He knew what she meant to me. He's trying to crack us open. I didn't know whether to scream or cry, but something inside me hardened. The next morning, I asked Ryan to text Jason, invite him over. We needed answers. Jason arrived, too casual, like nothing had changed. I stayed silent as Ryan confronted him, told him we knew everything. That Leah confirmed he'd contacted her, told her Ryan had been thinking about her, that he was orchestrating the whole thing. Jason didn't deny it. He just smiled. You two are so boring, he said, pretending you're happy. I gave you a little shake, that's all, to see what you're really made of. Ryan stepped forward, fists clenched, but I stopped him. Number, he wants that. He wants us to fall apart. Jason tilted his head. Too late. But it wasn't. We kicked him out, blocked his number, cut every tie. It wasn't easy. There were cracks now. Distrust, bruised pride, emotional residue from things left unsaid. But we talked. For hours. Days. And in that wreckage, we found something worth saving. Not the illusion of perfection, but the truth behind the love we almost lost.